Well, good morning, commuters. How are you on this fabulous Friday morning? Are you getting to work safe? Good. Are your hands at 9 and 3? Good. You got enough fuel to get to work and back? Okay. That's great. Maybe you have to stop at a 7-Eleven. Hello. Matt Malone here for the Malone's Commute podcast. 84,195 miles on the Ford Escape. Oh, it's running like a freaking champ. Oh, we got a wide load coming. Wide load. Oh, it's one of those mini houses. No, wait. Holy crap. That was either a mini house or the most epic shed ever. It's probably a mini house. It's probably for a hipster. He's like, no, I'm gonna live mortgage free on my parents' land. Have you seen those mini houses, people? Like, yeah, I got myself a container shed, or what are those things? A shipping container. Yeah, I got myself a shipping container. I'm gonna live in it. Oh, okay. Sounds good. Unbelievable. Mini houses, please. I need some space. Stretch my legs. I'd never be able to live in a mini house. Where am I going to put the sim rig? Unbelievable. Anyway, good morning. How are you? Hey, it's Friday. Has your weekend begun yet? Are you checking out early from the office today? Gonna beat the traffic only to get home and do some work in the yard? No. Oh, everybody's in a rush, you know. I'm taking it easy. Nice and look at that sun. That sun is blinding. Good thing I got my sunglasses on. It protects from UV rays. Hey, are those sunglasses polarized? No. You're gonna get eye cancer. Oh no, not again. So, oh, this guy's turning. Okay, great. I'll go. I trust him. Yeah, getting to work a little bit early today. Got to be at work a half an hour early. Yay. I don't think my weekend's going to start here anytime soon. I'm 100% sure that I'm working on Sunday. That's right, another Sunday. Oh my goodness. Got back to the office yesterday and my boss was talking to a coworker and wasn't going so well. And then they said something about this Sunday. I was like, Sunday? Yeah, Sunday. So what do I got going on Sunday? Well, we were going to do some power washing and some mowing. Maybe make a trip to Home Depot if there's time. But yeah, you want to work on Sunday? I said, oh my gosh, I guess I really can't pass it down. Too much money involved. So yeah, pretty sure working on a Sunday because it's at a facility that has trucks. And on Sunday the trucks aren't there, and they're working on the parking lot. So that's the only time that they can do it. So I'm like, whatever, put me down for Sunday work. But I don't know if I may have to work tomorrow as well on a Saturday. I won't know that until at the end of the day today. Unbelievable. It's hard to plan anything out when you don't know if you're going to be working until like 3:30 p.m. on a Friday is when you find out if you're working on a Saturday. It's like, oh, great, yeah. Maybe I had plans. I guess not. Tell you what, though. Did some streaming last night. Did some racing last night. Got to say hi to you guys last night. Or the Twitch people. Those crazy Twitch people. They're always writing in emote form. It's like a whole next level of communication, emotes. But yeah, did some racing. It was a lot of fun. Did a GT3 race at Spa. Did a Dallara F3 race at Mosports. And to finish it out, it was a complete and utter chaotic truck race at Kentucky truck race, where there's so much chatter on oval races. It's unbelievable. I guess they got a lot of time to chat and talk to each other when 90% of the race is under caution. Unbelievable. So by the time this podcast goes live, there will be a VRS GT3 race that is live on the YouTube. So check the previous video for that. It was a good race. It was a real good race, McClay. The spa is super, really popular. No matter what series, if it's at Spa, people are signing up for it, which is cool. I think we had like 130 people registered for the race, and I was the number 8 car in the top split. So it was, and it was a good race. When you get that many people, I think I touched on this briefly during the race yesterday, but when you get that many people registering for a race, you're usually gonna find a group of cars that are match your skill level, so you'll definitely have someone to race with, and that's really what online racing is all about. Is it's not just about hot lapping or just dilling around by yourself out on the track. It's about the competition, racing against your fellow iRacer, having a good old time, respectful, clean racing. And that's what, so the more people that sign up, the better experience you're going to have typically. And that's why I tend to gravitate towards the more popular series like, GT3, IMSA, stuff like that. Anything that's got a lot of participation, you're not guaranteed, but it's highly likely that you're going to have a good time racing against your fellow competitors. So that's what's great about matchmaking and the split system that they have and the iRating system that they have. It works pretty damn well. I know people are always talking about, no, we should have a iRating per car. I'm like, get out of here with that. There's like 100 cars in iRacing. You're going to have a different iRating for each one of them? Come on. That's dumb. That's the dumbest thing. Like, I understand why they think that way. Because, like, somebody that's really proficient in, like, GT cars, maybe he's got like 5,000 iRating, and all he does is IMSA and GT3, and then he jumps into, a different car that's completely different type of discipline, and he doesn't do so well. It's like, oh well, that's just the way it goes. Don't come at me with, if you're gonna split it up, at least don't go by each car. Maybe go by each like discipline. Like, you got your open wheel iRating compared to your GT rating, maybe. I wouldn't go for that either, but whatever. Had a good time yesterday. You guys are hilarious. Hecky 360 with a massive host. He's if you guys don't know Hecky 360, he's a Spanish-speaking race car streamer. And he was on YouTube for the longest time, and now he made the full switch to Twitch. And sounds like it's going good for him. He's a good guy. I don't speak Spanish, obviously, but seems like he's got a hell of a community, Spanish community, and they all came over just in time for the race yesterday. So that was huge. So thanks to Hecky 360 with a huge host during the stream yesterday. Those guys are fun. And so, yeah, had some good races, man. It's a lot of fun. It's fun to just jump right in and get right into it, No need for practice. What are you talking about, practice? You talking to me about practice? Qualifying is practice. Come on. I would be doing myself a favor, though, if I practice more. Oh, well, anyway. But, yeah, then we got on the subject because of Quirk. I think it was a drunken Quirk clip talking about cupcakes, and he raised a really good point. These dumb cupcakes, all the fussing you got to do with the paper, and for what? A little morsel of cake? Give me a break. So that was the Quirk cupcake clip, and he's been, we gotta watch that Quirk guy. He's yeah, we gotta watch him. I guess he's been doing some drinking. He's been doing some drinking during the streams, And maybe, off stream, maybe just saddling up to a bottle of gin. And maybe he's going off the deep end. So we gotta watch that Cork guy. He's, he could be going through some stuff, could be trying to fill the void with the vodka. And that doesn't matter how big your void is, vodka's not going to fill it up, You gotta be careful when it comes to self-medication there, It's can become a real big issue, You could start talking about cupcakes and how you just want to shove it all in your mouth and get frosting all over your face, It can become an issue, not going to lie. So just throwing it out there, Just something to keep an eye on. We love Cork. Boy. So, yeah, cupcakes. He's got a point, though. I tell you what about these cupcakes. Unbelievable. They do like cupcakes for wedding parties now. Like wedding, people would usually have a wedding cake. Now, it's just like a pyramid of cupcakes. It's like, give me a break. Get out of here. What are you trying to save a dime? Give me a big old sheet cake, and then I can take whatever size I want. Just pile it on. I'm not gonna lie, cupcakes are pretty good, but it's like squeezing a rock, You ain't getting much out of it. What are you squeezing rocks for? I like squeezing rocks. See what comes out. Nothing comes out. Oh well, you're not dealing with the right rock. What the hell am I talking about? Anywho. So, yeah, good times, great oldies. I was telling you guys, give me some topics for these damn podcasts. I got nothing. What do you want me to discuss? You want to talk about global Maloning? Oh, global warming? No, we ain't talking about global warming. In the summer it gets hot. In the winter it gets cold. Malone, you obviously don't know anything about climate, okay? Weather is different than climate. Yeah, I know. When it's cold outside, I wear a sweater, okay? I think I understand it. All right, get out of here with that. But, anything you bring up nowadays is always controversial, Oh, how many genders are there? I don't know. It's like, what about gender fluidity? You can get out of here. Gender's not a liquid. I learned that in science class. You got your solids, okay? You got your solids. You got your liquids, okay? And then you got your gas. That's what happens after dinner. You get a little gas, especially when maybe you're not mixing your beans right, You get a little extra gas. And then you have what they call... Now, this blew my mind when I was a kid. You got that plasma. Now, plasma, that's just a really hot gas, apparently. Now, I've had a couple of those. Those tend to be a room clearer, Like, dang, man. That was a hell of a gas right there. No, that was a plasma. I had to evacuate some plasma from my nether regions. And, that sounded dirty. Hey, watch it, Malone. This is PG-13 maybe. Whoa. Hey, you ever go to the supermarket and you're like, hey, do you have any papayas? No, of course not. Nobody ever does that. Nobody's wanting papayas. Nobody eats papayas. Come on, give me a break. I don't know who's buying papayas. Not around here anyway. Unbelievable. You ever go get some sushi and then you're like, yes, I would like one fried chicken, please? No, you're there for sushi. I'm not a huge sushi fan, but I like it. I suppose if I lived on a coast, I'd eat more of it. Raw fish, that's what it is. I like the California roll. Oh, I had sushi tonight. What'd you have? California roll? Oh, okay, great. I bet that was a very good sushi experience. That's not sushi. Why is it named after California? California would have a lot of seafood. I don't understand. Let's see here. What else do we got? We're going to talk about, self-driving cars. Oh, that's controversial. Everything's political, you know. Well, those self-driving cars going to put people out of work. Oh, I guess we could... What about this whole universal basic income thing? Oh, my gosh. They're just going to give money away? Now, let's put this in context here. People think... I'm getting political, man. It's going to get nuts. People think that... innovation and automation leads to less jobs. Like, that's what they're saying about the whole reason, the justification for a universal basic income is the fact that, well, we're having everything's automated, you know. And I've seen that firsthand with some of the jobs that I've done for certain companies where, you know, I think I told you about this big ass warehouse that they had built. And it's a huge warehouse, and it's full of a racking system, and there's no lights in the place, and it's negative 10 degrees, and it's all just computerized robots that go around on this racking system and pick up products and drop products off and scan stuff and do this and that and the other thing. And it's negative 10 degrees. They deal with, like, you know, frozen goods. And so there's this huge warehouse, and it's literally not going to employ anyone. You know, I mean, you got to probably have a guy there, you know, checking in on the robot. Hey, robot. Good morning, robot. How are you today, robot? Beep, boop, bleep, beep, beep, bleep, beep, boop, bleep, bloop, bloop. How are you? Good to see you. Got any malfunctions today? No, I'm doing good, the robot says. Okay, great. Keep at it. But where am I going with this? But what I'm saying is that innovation, and when we come up with new ways of doing things that doesn't require humans, you're not, like, people say, like, oh, you're taking the jobs away, like self-driving trucks. Like, eventually there'll be, well, it's going to be a while. Don't get ahead of ourselves. You know, I don't want, like, a 20-ton semi-truck driving all by itself. You know, when you talk to Elon Musk, I got him on the speed dial, Elon Musk. I've heard him talk about self-driving cars and self-driving trucks. Look, guys, it's going to be a long time before there's going to be any type of vehicle with nobody in it. Okay, maybe you'll get some parts of some cities that has, like, an automated Uber kind of technology where, you know, in certain parts of certain cities on certain roads you can order a driverless Uber that can take you anywhere, right? But it's going to be a long time before you're going to see any type of vehicle on the road driving with no one in it. No one. Now, I understand you can have, like, these Teslas, and you can be sitting in the driver's seat, you know, ready to take over at any time. That's already here. That's no problem. But to be able to remove the driver completely, I'm telling you guys, it's going to be 2 decades, if not more, out. Another 20 years, 30 years. Because the biggest issue Elon Musk has said is that you have problems in parking lots and problems... Oh, there was one other thing. I forget. It's parking lots and something else where it's just really hard for the AI to figure out where they're going, what they need to do, situational awareness, stuff like that. So to say that all this automation and self-driving trucks is putting all the truckers out of work and that we need, you know, a universal basic income is just preposterous. It's preposterous, I tell you. It's you know, innovation. They talked about the assembly line. The assembly line, they said, was going to put a bunch of people out of work, but it actually employed a bunch of people. You know, the U.S. Patent Office was going to close. It was back in the early part of the century, last century. It was like 1920 or 1918 or 1920. The U.S. Patent Office thought that they were going to close because they said that everything that was going to be invented has already been invented, and there's no reason to have a U.S. patent office. It's like, and of course it's laughable now, but that was the thinking at the time. And I think that we've gone into kind of that same line of thinking where like everyone's like, oh, all the robots and the drones and the AI is going to take over and no one's going to have a job. It's not. It just opens the door for more jobs, in my opinion. You know, it's gonna allow people to innovate and invent and, you know, come up with new ways, you know, to employ people. And, you know, I really don't see a time in any near future that we're just gonna eliminate the need for jobs. I just don't see it. When you automate one job, it opens the door for another job. It may not be completely, you know, clear at the time what that new job is going to be, but I'm telling you, man, people are smart. People are very innovative. People are on the ball on this stuff. You know, they're going to find a way to come up with something new. Not just like, you know, I have to invent a new way of people to work. That's not it. It's just, oh, I'm going to go quick before this guy turns. Perfect. You know, so I'm not too worried about putting people out of work. You know, it's a matter of changing jobs, sure, but you're not putting people out of work. You know what'll put more people out of work? Oh boy, we're getting super controversial now. You know what will put more people out of work? And, you know, who's to blame for this is the minimum wage. Minimum wage has done more to destroy jobs than any AI or assembly line or in you know, ways to what the hell? My mind just went blank. Automation. Any type of automation or innovation, you know, the minimum wage has done more to lose jobs more than that, because you see it firsthand at places like Walmart. Now look, big, angry, evil businesses are here to destroy us, blah, 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 blah. Like, yes, like the gap between the CEO salary and the regular worker, like there is something going on there. I agree with, you know, the fact that a lot of these huge companies are walking away with billions and billions and billions of dollars, and the gap between the rich and the poor is increasing. Like, yeah, I understand all that. But what happens when the government comes in and forces a company to pay their employees at a certain wage? They just employ less people and they automate stuff. Like for instance, Walmart's a perfect example. Walmart has like the self-checkout stuff, and I always make a joke where like we're at Walmart and we want to check out. They only have like 3 lanes open where there's an actual human there ready to check you out, you know? And the lines are super long. It's like, well, we'll just go to the self-checkout thing. And then as I'm scanning all my products and bagging my own products, I'm like, boy, geez, Meg, I didn't know I was working tonight. Like, man, I better check my hours. Am I coming in this weekend? I didn't know I was working today. Geez Louise. It's like they're making the customer do all the work, and we allow it. It's like, oh, well, you know, that's stupid. That's bad customer service, in my opinion. It's the worst. Self-checkout. It's like, why? You know, you make a big stink about that, and it's like, well, they had to unemploy a bunch of people or not hire as many people because they got to pay them so much. And that's how they justify it. So they make the customer do most of the work while they're still charging you more for the products. It's unfreaking believable. I hate it so much. It's like, what happened to good old family customer service where they greet you with a smile and they're ready to help you? Now if you even get somebody at the register, they're a dimwit. They don't even know basic, you know, social. They're not even like a real person. They're just there to do a job, and they don't really care about customer service, you know. And it's like, and then they're bitching about not making $15 an hour, and it's like, well, you know, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Maybe if you stood up straight and put a smile on your face and went the extra mile to be courteous and, bag up some groceries, like, in a way that actually makes sense. Like, they're still putting bread at the bottom and then putting maybe I get a couple of canned green beans and they put it right on top of the bread. I say unbelievable. These kids, or they bag up everything separately, and they talk about plastic and plastic bags. You got these dimwits. They put like two cans of green beans in a bag, and then they double bag it. Oh, it's a heavy bag. I got 2 cans in there, and it's just like, what are you doing? They put like 4 things in a bag and think it's full. No. Pack that sucker. You can fit a lot in there. And then you get the old woman that can't lift it or it breaks through the bottom of the bag. Now they got a lawsuit on their hands. Unbelievable. What the hell am I talking about? Where did this go? Oh my gosh. So I'm not trying to be controversial. I'm just saying, the automation and technology, it doesn't take away jobs. It creates jobs. And the whole universal basic income, it's not a good idea. And I know that one Democratic nominee, or he's running for president, that Yang guy, he's all for it, man. He wants to give $1,000 to everybody a month, $1,000 a month to everybody. That's $12,000 a year just giving away money. Can you imagine what that's going to do to inflation? I mean, and then he wants to pay for it with a value-added tax. I mean, it's just a shell game. It's just a shell game of where the money goes. I mean, that is just direct inflation. If you want to cause inflation on normal goods for normal people, that's how you do it. I mean, the inflation they do now, at least it takes a while. They pump the stock market full of the fake money. That's why stock market is at literally an all-time historic high right now, because that's where all the new money's going. All the created fiat money that they create goes right into the, pretty much right into the stock market. So you don't see the inflation right now is in the stock market. You don't see it. It takes a little while for it to make its way to like the grocery store, but it definitely has. I mean, there's no doubt about that. What they do is you'll get like a box of Cheerios, and if you look on the Cheerios, maybe you get like X amount of Cheerios for a certain amount of price. Well, then they come out with a smaller box that's the same price. That's how they get you. If you notice, certain things have a lot less product in it, but they're charging at the same or a little bit more. So they're kind of trying to hide the inflation. You're just getting less, right? So I've seen that, but it's all a complete crapshoot. I don't know what they're going to do about it. I'm not making any hard statements here. I'm just saying this is my experience, but yeah, it's a real crap show, and you can't just be giving people money. It just fundamentally, it just ain't right, man. Oh, but if you give them money, they'll have time to pursue their passion. Okay, well, I mean, I understand that. I understand the issue is, people are working 2 jobs now. The wife has to work. Back in the day, you didn't have to have that. You would have one breadwinner in the family, and the wife could stay at home with the kids, and they would make plenty of money. And now, both husband and wife have to work 2 full-time jobs, and maybe the wife is working 2 part-time jobs, or, I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. The price of living's skyrocketed. So I'm not saying there's definitely something wrong, right? And I think it's collusion with government and big business. It's not the government's fault, and it's not the big business's fault. They're in bed with each other. That's the problem. Democrats are always railing about big business and companies and CEOs, which is a problem, 100%. And then the Republicans are always bitching about the government, which is a problem, 100%, right? So we need to combine forces and be like, look, these damn government agencies are in bed with all these big businesses, and that's like crony capitalism, and so that's not good. You got to break. They broke up monopolies before. Why can't they do it again? Like, you get a company like Amazon, and we all love Amazon, but yet, Amazon is up to no good in some sectors, but they also employ a bunch of people. So it's like, what are you gonna do? I don't know. I'm just rambling. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Where is this gone? Malone's getting controversial. Malone's gonna get a bunch of dislikes. No. I just think that it's not as black and white as some people would have you believe. These problems aren't as easy to solve as you think, but I think everybody, both on the left and the right, they have good points. It's just it's tough out there. It's real tough out there. Look, I don't think I'm going to solve the issue in a 30-minute podcast, but just thinking out loud. Hey, if you guys don't give me topics, this is what you're going to get. Me rambling about something I don't even understand, okay? That's what you're going to get. No. Anyway, probably call it there. It's been 30 minutes. So, let me know what you think down in the comments below. And don't forget, I got some racing videos coming out. I know you guys like those racing videos. Like, Malone, shut up with these podcasts. We just want to see the racing. Well, so maybe I'm only streaming a couple times a week, can't get the racing videos out. But you got three videos for the next 3 days, today, tomorrow, and the next day. So enjoy the racing videos, enjoy the podcast, enjoy your day. It's Friday, be safe this weekend. Hey, here's an idea. Don't get blackout drunk like Quirk does on stream and start eating cupcakes, okay? You're going to have a bad time, okay? All right, guys, be safe out there, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.